Hey everybody, welcome back. Again, my name's Sheldon Thomas. This is the S&S Horseshoeing YouTube channel. Today we're going to be working on a horse that's foundered or had laminitis. If those are words you've never heard before, don't worry, I'm going to be explaining what that is in this video and how I go about trimming it. For those of you that stay tuned in, I apologize. It's been a little bit since we gotten a video out to you guys. Like we talked about in our last video, we've been working on putting together a giveaway for you guys and getting all that figured out. All the logistics of that was a little more challenging than me and my wife thought. She's been really good in helping me out with that. So anyway, we've been spending our time putting that together for you guys. So stay tuned to the end. I'll explain what we're going to do for the giveaway, what cool stuff you guys are going to get, and what it takes to get entered up. Also, a lot of you guys ask for me to show the horse in the video, and sometimes I get so caught up in the feet and what's going on there that I forget to look up and show you guys the horse. But luckily in this one I did that, and towards the end or middle of the video I'll show you guys the horse. It's a pretty cool looking little horse. He's actually half Morgan and half pony, and besides giving him his good looks, unfortunately both of those breeds are overrepresented in horses that have equine metabolic syndrome, which equine metabolic syndrome predisposes horses to founder, which is probably, I mean, this is all unscientific, just my uneducated observations, probably why this horse has foundered. But that's why we're here today, is to help him out and get him trimmed. So before I get too far into how I trim these horses that have foundered, I have a different video that I already did explaining, like with x-rays and stuff, of why I trim the way I do. So I'll put a link to that right here if you're interested, or you can go over to the channel and find it. But basically what you're doing is that bone rotates, the tip of it rotates down the bone inside the horse's foot, and so for whatever reason it causes the heels of the horse to grow downward a bunch, and it causes the toe to grow forward. There's not a lot of vertical depth, but the toe's growing forward and out in front of it. And so I'm taking that toe and backing it up. You might have noticed when I nipped, I'm not taking, right there you can see I'm nipping backwards. I'm not actually taking a ton of depth because the bone's right there and I don't want to make them any sorer than they already are. And then the height I'm actually taking off is from the heels. And when you first walked up to these, it makes it look like they just have a really long toe and you want to take a bunch of toe off from the bottom, but there's not a lot of toe to take off from the bottom. So you got to back up the toe from the front and then take the heels off from the bottom, and you're actually aligning the hoof capsule with the bone inside. And I explained that a lot better in that other video that I did with x-rays and stuff, but just so I'm not being too repetitive, I won't repeat myself and I'll let you just go watch that one. And in that video I explain kind of the mental picture that I have in my mind while I'm trimming these and why I do what I do. No, I'll go around the other side.
Oh, that looks so much better. That looks normal.
Yeah. So the new owner there kind of brings up an important point. If you didn't hear her, she said that she was just happy that the horse's hoof looked normal, which is kind of the goal. You're trying to make it, trim it to where it's a normal foot. But once a horse is foundered, they've always foundered. You'll always be able to pick up the foot and see that it's foundered. And there's some shoers and trimmers and stuff that claim that by their method that they know that they can cure it, and that's just really just not true. Once a horse founders, it's always going to founder, and there's ways you can trim and shoe a horse that's foundered depending on the situation. You can make them more comfortable and stuff, but once a horse founders, it's always foundered. You can definitely trim them and help them, but you're always going to be able to see the stretched laminate there. Something I forgot to mention as I did that other front foot, you can see no matter what trim I do, whether it's a foundered horse or any other shoeing I do, I always find my landmarks. You can see I'm trimming the frog right there, and that helps me figure out where the bottom of the foot is. and it also helps me when I'm trimming the heels down. Like I said, you take the vertical depth off the heels. I actually trim it down to the level of the frog. I try to get down to good healthy frog. There might be, like I did on this one, there was an old frog on there. So I went ahead, took that off, and then trimmed the heels down to that level. That's kind of what I'm shooting for on the heels, just so you guys know how far down I'm trying to take the heels. And then right there, like I talked about, I'm trimming that toe back, not vertical depth off the toe, but taking the toe back from the front.
Have him trim him too?
Oh, good.
Yeah, why not? Put the halter back.
I guess it's good.
Well, are they good enough or what?
Oh, I think they're good enough. It's not warm. It does all that taste.
Okay guys, I realized I forgot to explain why this horse's feet got so overgrown and how the people got in contact with me and what brought us here today. To do that, I'm going to back up a little bit and explain a little bit about myself, and because I'm trimming this horse in this video down in Arizona, and I actually live up in Washington, so we'll back up. Me and my wife are both from Arizona, and so our families are both still down there. And a couple years ago, I got accepted into vet school at Washington State, which is where we live now. And so during Christmas break and sometimes during summer breaks, we go down and visit our family down there. And so during Christmas break, we were down in Arizona visiting our family, and my mom, through church, met this lady, and she had just rescued this horse, and her and my mom got to talking and told my mom she was looking for a farrier and having a hard time. And so my mom reached out to me, and we got her the phone number of a good farrier in the area. And anyway, he was taking a couple days to get back to her, and she kind of panicked that I was leaving. And Anyway, long story short, she asked me to come by if I could swing by and look at its feet and get them taken care of before I went back to Washington. So I did do that. Unfortunately, I didn't have my truck and stuff, all my shoe and stuff down there. I just borrowed my dad's stuff and just trimmed this horse real quick for her. This horse probably would benefit from some kind of therapeutic shoeing, which that farrier that I recommended to her, I told her to go ahead and get a hold of him, and I've since talked to him, and he went ahead and put some good shoes on him to help him out. But in the meantime, she was really wanting to get that length off of there and get his feet looking better. And so that's how we ended up here today. And since then, I've come back here up to Washington, and I'm in the middle of my last semester of my third year of vet school, which is kind of exciting for me because our third year is our last year of book work, and then all of our fourth year here at Washington State is clinical. So we're in the vet hospital learning the practical stuff, learning to apply all the stuff we learned the first 3 years. So that's exciting. I'm a little burned out of tests and book work and stuff, and excited to get into the practical stuff. So that's an exciting thing. This semester we're studying, we got some reproduction classes and small animal medicine, ag animal medicine, which is your cows and goats and mostly your ruminants. We just had a section on ophthalmology. Now we have a section on dermatology. So it's been a good year, but I'm excited to be done with the books work section and get on to fourth year and start learning how to apply some stuff. So a little update on my life and how it came about that I'm trimming this horse down in Arizona. I'll try to come out of my shell a little bit and keep you guys updated on what I'm up to in my life besides horseshoeing with vet school and my family. Obviously, you guys know I have 2 little kids, and so there's always something exciting happening there. So as long as I don't bore you, I'll try to keep you guys updated on what's going on in my life. We are working on some other videos. We'll have an unboxing video coming soon, and Pinto Bean's doing super good. We should have another one of his video updates coming out soon. You'll notice as I'm working on these back feet that they're not as bad as the front feet. They're not foundered. That's pretty common among foundered horses. It has to do with the fact that they bear more weight on their front limbs, and so they take a little bit more abuse and end up foundering. But like I kind of mentioned earlier, I put a tag to the video, but if you want to go to my channel, the video that I talk, and I go way more in depth on how to trim, or how I trim laminitis, horses with laminitis. The video is called Trimming a Pony with Laminitis, so go over to the channel and check that out, and I explain it a lot better on why and how it's all done. But you can tell these back feet just need some attention, need a good solid trim on them. And like I mentioned before, to do that I just start off by finding my frog, finding the sole, kind of getting down to the base live material in the hoof, and then just trim off the extra length, just kind of going back to basics. And I think probably the hardest part to trimming these horses that are a little overgrown is you want to trim enough off to make a difference, but you don't want to trim off too much to where you make them tender, to where you trim off all the hard foot and you get down to the soft foot and they get tender. So you're kind of walking a fine line there, but you just trim off just enough to take the leverage off their feet, but not too much to make them sore. And sometimes you cross that line, but you try not to. Okay guys, like we talked about in our last video, we're gonna do a giveaway. When I first started this channel, I had no idea that there was this many of you guys that would be interested in my videos, so I appreciate all you guys' support. And a way to say thank you, we decided to do a giveaway. We're gonna have 2 winners, just to increase your odds of winning. So for the giveaway, there's 3 items. We're gonna do a little sticker you can put on a laptop or a cup or whatever you want to do with your sticker. I also made you guys a little custom SNS horseshoeing hoof pick, just like the one that I use every day. And then a sweatshirt just like the one I'm wearing here. Okay, to get entered in the giveaway, all you got to do is do an act of service for somebody. Could be a friend, a family member, or just a random stranger. Let us know in the comments. Just let us know what act of service you did. And like always, let us know where you're from. We're also going to have an opportunity for you guys to get bonus entries. It'll be a separate link. We'll put that right in the description of the video. So just go click on that. It'll be things like if you're following us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. You can also share a video on Facebook. Anyway, it's pretty clear if you go to that website, and it'll kind of lay it out there for all the things you have to do. We're going to run this giveaway for 3 weeks. That'll give you guys a chance to figure out something nice to do for somebody. Go and do it and come back and leave us a comment. If for some reason you're watching this video after the giveaway is over, you might think about turning on the bell icon, because we're planning on doing some more giveaways here in the near future. So YouTube will let you know when the videos come out so you don't miss the giveaways. And if you don't win, have no fear. We're planning on getting a website put together, and we're going to be selling hoof picks and sweatshirts, and we're going to be putting shirts and hats on there, and we'll keep you updated on that. The place where you can go and purchase one if you're really wanting one. Appreciate you watching. Be kind to those around you, and we'll catch you next time.